you ever thought of a person thinking, maybe you thought, I have not thought about this person in so long, and all of a sudden that person reaches out? Or a song, and all of a sudden that song plays, or you think of something and it just appears. You would think of a yellow car, for example, and you never usually see yellow cars, but when you think of it, you're searching for it and you find it. We are searching for our beliefs to be validated, even if they're bad. We have some really shitty beliefs, and we are searching for them to be proven to us just so we can be safe and comfortable in our reality. And although our beliefs are uncomfortable, they make us miserable. But there's something the mind does not like even more, and that's the unknown. Hello, and welcome to the ASMR podcast, episode 4. So, before I get into explaining what I'm going to be talking about, which I'm going to be talking about how your beliefs are limiting you and controlling your life. But before I get started, I feel like I have not checked in with you. I feel like I've been, making content, and of course I'm responding to the comments, seeing you're beautiful. I literally love you guys so much. Like, I can't even express it. Like, this community is just so beautiful, so sweet, so vibey, relaxing, so kind. And I just want to say that I hope that you are doing good. I hope that you are liking these episodes. I don't know. I was so excited about these episodes, and I still am, but I feel when some people come to my channel, they're like, what's this? But I know it's just like whispered rambles. Here I am explaining myself, but just like whispered rambles, but rather I just talk about one main thing. Because I'm passionate about a lot of different topics, and, throughout the video I will probably ramble, but I want to try and slow down. My last episode was meditation, like what I've learned from meditating every day, and I feel like I was like, that video was so long, and I feel I was over explaining, kind of like speedy with what I was saying, and I want to take it back to ASMR and focus on the sound and have it be relaxing as well. But I'm going to stay authentic to myself, and this is something that I've been kind of like, my throat's making a lot of noises right now. I don't know why. Of course it is. But this is something that I want to always remember, to make the videos that I want to put out there. Of course I take requests, and of course I will do what you like as well, but I don't want to stop this podcast. I want to keep talking about things that are spiritual, mindset, personal development, and it's hard to know if, some people in the ASMR community like that stuff, and I always think, like, I don't want to talk about things that people don't like, but then again, I have to stay authentic to myself, and the reason for this podcast is to help you, ultimately, is to inspire you, motivate you, and just bring good vibes. Like, that's my goal. I just want to share, the knowledge that I've learned also through spirituality and personal development. Share that, because you can relax and listen to me whisper, but not to my throat. But I also want to, talk about things, because I think that's important, and it's something that I'm passionate about, so I'm just going to keep doing it. But I really hope that you are enjoying it, getting something out of it so far. I know this is only episode 4, but, one last thing is, I feel so much more comfortable myself more, and I have permission to, and it's really exciting because in the beginning of YouTube, it's hard to be yourself fully, and you're like worried about what the other person's thinking, what the viewer's thinking, and I just feel comfortable now. Of course, I'm gonna still try hard, try to make the best content for you, but I feel like I can just let go. And with that, I think comes better ASMR because I'm relaxed, so I can relax you. Okay, I know that was a long intro, but let's talk about your beliefs, why they're controlling your life, why your beliefs and your life is a reflection of that alone, which your beliefs are reflecting your life every second. If you look at your life, you will find your beliefs. But anyway, we're going to start off talking about personal experience. So, I used to be very insecure, and I had an underbite as well as scoliosis, and in middle school especially, I was so insecure. Like, I hated myself. I would cry about it, and I used to be very religious, and I would pray to God, please let me wake up. You do miracles, right? Let me wake up without an underbite. Let me wake up and my back is straighter. I would cry so hard and honestly get angry at God. Why did you make me this way? And I felt like no one liked me. In middle school, your emotions are heightened. So in that transition phase of getting your period and the hormones from middle school to high school, it was insane. And so it exaggerated my experience, it amplified it. And, I always compared myself to everyone else. My best friend was so pretty, got so much attention, everyone liked her. And I only really had friends because I was friends with her, and she was considered popular, cool, and I was not. And then here's another thing. I had a crush on someone in 7th grade, and I saw him and this other cool guy making fun of my underbite. They were imitating it and looking at me and laughing, and that hit my heart. I can get very sensitive talking about this because thinking back on it, also because the way that I beat myself up was insane. I just constantly, I didn't look at myself and think of what I did. I looked at myself and constantly focused on what I did not. And so my life was a reflection of people rejecting me, of me seeing other people get attention and I was left alone. I constantly saw my belief proving to myself that I was ugly, I was not worthy, I was not cool, because I constantly saw everyone's attention elsewhere besides me. I searched for attention in the wrong ways. I constantly wanted to be talking to a guy, and this is going into high school as well. Constantly wanted to be talking to a guy, lowered my standards, settled so that they can fill my void. If they can give me love and show me attention, that means I'm worthy. That means I'm pretty. But I would get ghosted. I would get hurt left and right and rejected, and constantly see everyone at parties and me not invited, constantly see me not fitting in, me not being cool enough, me not being enough in general, in so many ways. That was my life. And once again, side note, I know this is some people can view this as not a trauma, not a big deal. People have it worse, but I am not about comparing traumas. That's my number one thing, because everyone is valid in their experience. What someone can view as not a big deal could be a big deal to you, and that's the only thing that matters. So your pain is valid, your experience is valid. There's no need to compare experiences. Anyway, so searched externally for validation for someone to fill that void of lack of self-love within myself. And I have notes because my mind, if I don't have notes, my mind will go everywhere and then I won't keep track. So that's what I'm looking at. episode I'm gonna have notes, but so I adjusted my life for people to fill that void. And like I said, all I saw was rejection. And a lot of guys like ghost me out of nowhere, and I'm all about communication, and so I hate not knowing. If I don't know why someone doesn't want to talk to me, I automatically assume I'm not good enough. And in 9th grade, I think I said that weird, 9th grade, I had this crush, and he told me that I was too boring. So here I am, taking on this belief that, great, I'm boring. I am, once again, not good enough. And that guy as well goes to me. The reason why I know it's because I'm too boring is because I initiate saying, like, okay, we were just, like, what happened? And said I was too boring. And so now I notice, in the beginning of my YouTube channel, I have these beliefs of like, oh, no one's gonna see me, no one cares because I'm too boring. Why is anyone gonna watch my YouTube channel? Because I'm too boring. And I thought this way with my old channel a lot. And although I'm not putting energy into the channel, it took so long to grow. And, of course, we can't measure like what's long for some people and what's not. But for me, it was like, yeah, of course it's not growing because I'm boring, I'm not good enough, I'm this, I'm that. So that's, I have so much more where that came from. So much more. And another thing is, I did get underbite surgery. That was one thing I was very insecure about. I would sit in class and literally hide my mouth in every direction because I didn't want people seeing me from the side. And what's crazy is I got underbite surgery when I was a sophomore in high school, and I looked at myself after the surgery, after my face was done being swollen, I still saw an underbite. And to this day, I am still struggling not to see an underbite. I spent my whole entire life beating myself up because I thought I was so ugly because of my underbite, because of the way that I looked. I thought I looked, I can't even put a word to it. I thought I just did not like the way I looked. And to this day, and there's actually a thing where people get plastic surgery and they still see, the flaws. Like, they can get a lip job but still view themselves as their lips are small. And I forget what it's called, but it's like it's not the physical thing that is the problem. It's because we believe that we are ugly. So no matter what we do, we're always going to believe that because it's a belief. And for the longest time, I knew I had an underbite. So when I got it fixed, when I looked in the mirror, I was confused because it still looked as if I had one, and I can't explain that, and I still feel like it does, but that's beside the point. Let's talk about real quick the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. I hope this isn't boring, by the way. I don't want to come off as a teaching vibe, but I'm just going to tell you real quick what the subconscious and conscious does. Subconscious holds our beliefs, emotions, our bodily functions. We're not consciously telling ourselves to breathe, we're just doing it. So, habits, patterns, memories, addictions, and memories form beliefs. So our subconscious mind is programmed from the ages 0 to 7. So from 0 to 7, we are a blank slate, we are a sponge, and whatever the world says is what becomes our belief. Our neurotransmitters, we don't have to get too much science detail, but they're making connections. We're learning about the world, the people in it, the way that we should be, and we are a sponge to our environment. So if your parents say that making money is hard, if your parents beat you up for looking a certain way, you are going to have the belief that making money's hard. I am ugly. Those are weird examples. Let me go from, because 0 to 7, you're not too much talking about money, but if you even see your parents struggling with money, you can take on the instance, if you get a bad grade on a test, you can identify yourself as dumb. If you have a hard time learning, you can identify as being dumb, not smart, not capable. And, playing with kids and everything, you can really take on energies of not feeling worthy, not being cool, and sometimes little kids bully little kids, and that can really form a lot of negative beliefs that we carry into adulthood. And so, all my life I had the belief I was dumb, for example. That is a fact. I really held on to the belief that I am stupid, I'm a slow learner, I am dumb. And then I did a inner child meditation where it was a meditation on bringing yourself back to childhood and trying to identify where beliefs came from. And so I did one, and automatically my intuition showed me this visual of when I was in kindergarten. I got a test back and I missed 11 points questions. I don't know, but I missed 11, and I remember tucking it into my folder, hiding it. I shut my folder. I did not want anyone to see because I felt embarrassed. I felt shame. And in that moment of embarrassment because of this bad grade, I decided I am dumb. And in kindergarten also, I had to take 3 hours extra of class. It was some people got to go home at a certain time. I had to stay a couple extra hours. And then another time, my parents had trouble teaching me colors. They would show me the color red and say, "This is red." "What color is this?" I said, "Red." Then they showed me a yellow. Said, "This is yellow." And I said, "Yellow." Then they showed me red again, and I said, "Yellow." They showed me yellow, I said, "Red." I was everywhere. I did not. My parents even got frustrated, because it kept happening, and they were like, "Oh my gosh," which I understand as an analytical adult. But as a kid, did I feel their stress being the sponge that I was? Did I feel them getting impatient with me not figuring it out? Did I feel as if I was slow? And so that belief, dictated the way that I viewed myself, and the way that you view yourself becomes your behavior. The way that you think, the thought of being dumb becomes your feeling becomes your action, and your action becomes your reality. So, subconscious mind holds all of our memories, okay? Our conscious mind it analyzes, it thinks it's the one making this video. But then again, I'm making this video talking about experience, beliefs, memories. That's all subconscious. It's the logical mind and the short-term memory. It thinks, it plans, but the conscious mind is only 5%. It only controls 5% of our life. Our subconscious mind, our beliefs control 95%. So, the subconscious mind also processes, this just quick facts, processes 11 million bits per second. The conscious mind processes 40 to 50 bits per second. So the conscious mind can only do 40 to 50 as the subconscious is processing 11 million. But it can, we can't take on 11 million bits of information. I don't even know what we'd be nothing. But there's something that we have in our mind called the reticular activating system, and this filters out the information that is not so important. So, for example, your subconscious mind wants to prove to you your beliefs, your way of thinking, your view of the world needs to be reflected back to you, because actually everything is happening within. Our life is being perceived from within. The way that we view someone, we view them from the feelings that we have within. We see people from the within because our mind is the one doing it all. We hear things senses. Everything is always within. It's nothing without. And I know we view the world so physical and separate from us, but everything that we are taking on and picking up is all because of the way that we perceive it. We choose to perceive our reality in certain ways. That's why one person can be in this environment and really like it, and one person can be in this environment and really, really hate it. Even if they, are put in the same beautiful beach, for example. I don't know. See, here's me going off on a little tangent, but even if two people are placed on this beautiful, good vibe beach, one person can be so happy and so excited about it, and the other person can be miserable, can complain about it, can hate it, can be sad because they had an experience. Like, it doesn't matter the external, it matters what is happening within, and then from there, we perceive our life differently. When you're in a good mood, it's like brighter. When you're in a bad mood, you can't even think of the outside world. Anyway, so the reticular activating system is a sophisticated filter screening out junk. What it does, it supports your values. It supports your beliefs. It supports the way that you see the world. It supports threats as well. Our system and our body, our adrenaline and everything, we're constantly searching for threats to keep us alive. That's like in our human nature. But so I wrote down that life is your illusion. It is your illusion, because a belief is what you are going to see. If I believe that I am ugly, the only thing that I'm going to see are people rejecting me, are people looking at me in weird ways. I'm going to see me looking in the mirror hating myself. But if I viewed me as pretty and charismatic, I'm gonna all of a sudden see people liking me, see people seeing me, see people notice me and like me. Here's an example. Have you ever thought of a person thinking, maybe you thought, I had not thought about this person in so long, and all of a sudden that person reaches out? Or a song, and all of a sudden that song plays, or you think of something and it just appears. You would think of a yellow car, for example, and you never usually see yellow cars, but when you think of it, you're searching for it and you find it. We are searching for our beliefs to be validated, even if they're bad. We have some really shitty beliefs, and we are searching for them to be proven to us just so we can be safe and comfortable in our reality. And although our beliefs are uncomfortable, they make us miserable. But there's something the mind does not like even more, and that's the unknown. If I had the belief that I was ugly, I would at least want to have that belief proven to me, rather like not having that belief proven to me thinking that, like, and I know that sounds crazy, but our mind and our ego really gets power off of being right. So, the conscious desire, I'm going back to for a second to the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. The conscious desire of wanting to be a millionaire, but subconsciously you're going to be sabotaged because you never believe that it's possible. Maybe you want something, but you believe that it is not, like, it's stupid, it's not going to be possible. You want to work out and be fit, but subconsciously you believe that you're out of shape and lazy, therefore you don't work out. That's why it's so hard to form a habit, because our identity goes the opposite of what we consciously desire sometimes. Our belief is the opposite of our desire, and if our belief is the opposite, you're gonna have a really hard time trying to do something that is different than how you identify yourself as. That's why it's so hard for people to get into the habit of going to the gym. They view themselves as, okay, I'm lazy, I have not been to the gym who you identify as being comfortable, lazy, even though these are so not self-serving. We all do this, and we hold on to it because time and time again, it's proven to us. The belief is proven. I can say that my belief of being dumb was constantly being proven to me. In school, I would get bad grades. Then again, I didn't try. But is it because I believed that I was dumb, so why try? Our beliefs of, my belief was constantly being proven to me that I was ugly, not worth it. People didn't care about me. It was proven. I got left out. I got ghosted. I could not form deep connections because I was looking for the shallow, fill the void type energy, but that's besides the point. My belief was right in front of my eyes of people not liking me. So I really strengthened that belief by, I am ugly. No one cares. Like, no one cares what someone could tell me, like, you're so pretty. So many people must like you. And they can tell me that as the fact, but I would never believe them because of my experience. And we are so fueled by our experience, our past, that we don't think it is possible to change. But let me tell you, that was dramatic. The past does not have to equal the future. The past does not equal the future. That is because it is very much possible to change beliefs. And you might not even believe anything I just said. But I mean, there's a lot of spiritual reasons for this as well that I can talk about. It's the law of attraction. Like energy attracts like energy. If I have a belief that I am ugly, I'm on a low vibration of self-worth, therefore attracting like energy people that don't see my value, because they are proving to me, let me prove your belief, let me be a reflection of what you believe, so you get what you hold within. That's why all of our beliefs are proven to us all the time. And if you don't believe this, try changing a belief. Let me talk about that real quick. So, how to change? I'm just gonna throw this in and then talk about a little more beliefs being proven, and then we will be done. But how to change a belief? So you have to identify as being something different than you are. You have to prove your beliefs wrong. So if I have the belief that, let me say recent belief. I believe that for the longest time too, I believe that I was an introvert because I like being by myself, because I like my time alone. I like, being in my room. I love people, but spending time with people really drains my energy sometimes. I had that belief as of this year in January, and then I met this group of spiritual girls, and we have been so close. Like, we all live in different states, but we've been sending so many Snapchat videos, and I love talking. I love it. I love talking to them. I love listening to them. I love our engaging Snapchat, and I'm like, we literally sent so many videos. It's been like an hour, and you're still listening. It's crazy. But the one girl that's in it said to me, Haley, I know you say you're introverted, but are you? Because you seem very extroverted. You're talking to us. You seem like you're getting energy off of us. You seem extroverted. And so I had to think on that. It really threw me off because I've always been told. No, I haven't even been told. I told myself I was introverted. I've had a bad friendship in the past where it really drained me and sucked the life out of me. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. But, the friendship was not fueling, and it was really superficial, and I am a deep person. I like connecting deeply, and vulnerability, and spirituality. Like, I have a standard of my, not really, but close, tight-knit friends being spiritual, and this is just something that I value so much that I want to share with other people. And it was just like my past friendship, not at all. We were just very superficial. All we did when we hung out was go on our phones, and she talked a lot about people, a lot, and I did not like that at all. So in a way, it kind of made me introverted because I wanted to escape. I didn't want to deal with it. So we stopped hanging out, and I had this bad idea of what friends are, and I didn't have too many friends. I struggled with it. I had a block, a belief that me and friends just don't work out, and I held on to that belief until this year. I met people that I really connected with, friends that I really connected with, and when she said, are you sure you're introverted? You seem extroverted. I was blown away, because all this time I was believing this thing that I told myself that I was, but I realized I wasn't. I do love people. I need human connection. I need people. I would say, yes, I like being by myself. I like my time alone, but I need that other balance of people, human connection. I need to talk to people every day. I guess I don't, I don't even know, because I do. But, so, I was controlled by this idea of what I was, and I saw myself not getting friends until I shifted this idea. I first shifted that I want human connection, I want love, I want friends. I set that intention, something that I've never done, because I've never set the intention of wanting friends, and I don't know why. It was a block that I had, and then I met them, this spiritual group that I just love. Like, we are like best friends all of a sudden, and like the belief that I was introverted, not good with friends, all of this kind of just got stepped on, and I proved myself wrong. So you have to prove that it is wrong, and I recommend journaling about it, writing about it, telling yourself, like, if you have a belief that you are ugly, say, is this true? And then when you answer, say, but is this actually true? I just completely lost track of what I was saying, because my sister, she's sleeping. Side note, my sister, she's sleeping, and I just heard her yell, oh my god, and she jumped up. I heard the wall get it and everything, and I'm like, what's happening? And she just said, she's sleeping, by the way, she was sleeping, so that's why I'm like, what just happened? And she said she just dreamt that a mouse was in the bed with her, and she literally, I heard her run up, and that was so funny. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Okay, anyway, so I recommend journaling about it, writing about why it's not true. All I was saying, you ask yourself, you ask the belief, is this true? But is this actually true? Okay, because beliefs are very flexible. They're not, solid. You can, and then say, how would I feel if I was freed from this belief? Okay, you answer that. That is the truth. That freedom, that lift of weight is the truth. I swear, this world wants you to have bad beliefs to keep you unconscious, to keep you down. But once you free yourself, you are the only one that's going to be able to do it too. No one else. You cannot have someone else tell you what you are. You cannot search for people to tell you that you are pretty, you are amazing, like you are this, you are that. You need to do it yourself. And you need to not search for people to fill that void within you, because you will get hurt. Because if you have a belief that, people are gonna fill my void of loving myself and this and that, then eventually those emotions are still gonna come up of not loving yourself. So you really need to prove yourself wrong with your beliefs and meditate on it. So meditation, you can go look at my last 50-minute video on what I've learned from meditating every day. But meditation creates space for you to have new ideas, channels, and beliefs. It creates space for change. And I know right now you may strongest thing that has worked for me is proving why my beliefs are wrong. So belief, again, it could be my example that I'm not worthy of growing my YouTube channel. It's not possible to grow fast. That is a big one. I have a belief that it's slow, it takes a while, and you can see within my analytics that, it is kind of like slow, and that's okay. It's faster than I could ever imagined in the past. But the reason why that belief is wrong, that it's slow, is because some people, they post a video and it just blows up. And within a week, they go from 1,000 to 10,000 a month, 10,000 to 50,000. Like, it's not slow. We have a story that it's slow. And because of that story in our mind, it's constantly getting proven to us. But once we shift that, once we change that, once we believe that, a big part of it is believing. I hear things again. A big part of it is believing that you are worthy of it. You are worthy enough to love yourself, to, have a successful business, to blow up, to grow fast. You have to have that confidence and love, and that's the most important part. So, by repetition also, because our beliefs are constantly proven by repetition. By repetition, you can change a belief by changing your identity and affirming repeatedly every day that you are something. And once you feel that energy and you visualize, what would this be like if I was confident? Who would I attract? How would I feel on a daily basis? What would I be doing? Once you feel that energy, take little action steps. And so visualization with the affirmations, with the meditation, and re-energize desire. So if you have a desire for something of being fit, really drill it into your mind. What would I feel like if I was? And really charge that belief, or really charge that desire, so that your belief has the motivation to change, so that you really want it. We're derived by pain and pleasure. So we really need to make our pain, amplified, of not liking a certain belief, so that we can have the pleasure of what we actually desire. And journal to reprogram. So here's one last thing that I want to leave it off with. We think that in order to, it's the easiest example for me to go with working out and being fit, and that's when you'll be pretty. That's what I thought. Once I'm fit, I'll be attractive, whatever. But so there's a 3-part process to this. We think that once we work out, so once we do the process of what we desire, we will get the outcome of being fit, and then we will be enough. Then we go back to identity. That is the unconscious loop that we are living in, the cycle that we need to break. Identity is in the middle, process, and then outcome is around that. Maybe I should draw it. Actually, let me just show you this. I'll show you my notes. So, the identity is in the middle, process and outcome. We cannot change by changing the process and getting the outcome to change the identity. You need to switch it. You need to change the identity to then get inspired to do the process and then have the outcome. You can't, do all these things to become a millionaire, thinking that you'll become a millionaire if you don't believe that you can't even be one. You can't try to create a business and do this and hope for the outcome and then you will feel like a millionaire. You need to feel it. You need to be in that energy, because that energy is what is going to create inspiration to do the process, and then you will get the outcome. You need to be in the energy first, and then your life will reflect beliefs are superior. What you believe to be true is what will be true. If you believe that you can be a millionaire, you will do it. You will make it happen because that is your identity. And one last thing I want to say, by the way, I have an ASMR TikTok, safe space ASMR. I think it's safe period space ASMR. Safe period space period ASMR. I have it in my description. I didn't need to say it that many times. But I said about, if you have haters, bullies, and, people that don't like you, it's only because within themselves, they don't like themselves. They are angry at themselves, so they feel the need to bring other people down to their level. We are going to hate the world if we hate ourselves. If we have anger, we're going to share that with the world. If we are on this level right here, a low level, then we are going to share that and bring people to that level. We are going to see people against us, see people triggering you left and right. If you are an angry person, if you believe that the world doesn't like you, if you believe the world is against you, you're going to bring people down to that level because you're going to see them on that level. And you're going to project insecurity because you have a belief of not liking yourself, you're not enough, this, that. You cannot bring people down a level that you are not on. You can't bring people up to a level that you are not on. You're either bringing people up because you're on that level, or you're bringing them down because you're on that level. And why did I even say that? I said that because we're just constantly projecting. Everything is happening internally, and our life is mirroring that. Our life is reflecting that. If you do not even know your beliefs, look at your life. What do you like? What don't you like? Because what you like is what you believe that you are worthy of. What you don't like is what you believe you are worthy of. If you don't like your financial situation, I don't like it that much. I have a belief, I have a lot of fear beliefs around money, like I'm not worthy enough, I can't make money easily, and I'm working on these beliefs currently, but I see it in my bank account. And I have beautiful people in my life, beautiful boyfriend, beautiful ASMR community, beautiful friends, and family too. I don't know if I said that. I love my family. And I believe that there's good people in the world, and I'm seeing them. I'm seeing you because I am attracting you, and you're attracting me. We're both doing it. It's a mirror. But so I have really good beliefs around people and love and relationships. I have standards for them. I have expectations of the vibes that I want, and I will not accept anything less, and I see that in my reality. So take a look at your life, take a look at your beliefs, and reprogram them, because they have power. Okay, and you have power. You have even more power to change them, because you're just the awareness of the belief. So once you become aware of it, you can change it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. I need to really get some guests on here on this podcast.